No, don't put that. No. Shalom, Israel. This is I.S.U.P.K, Historical Truths Revealed class. Today's topic is the history of Black and Hispanics oppression. We broke this down a little bit before in the past, but it was just some other things that need to be taught on, especially knowing that a lot of killings have been going on concerning Israelite people. And when I say Israelite people, I'm talking about all the tribes of Black and Hispanic people. Let's talk about recent events. Recent events that's been going on in the world or in the earth is the Dominicans have been snatched away from their parents' arms, crossing the borders. Also, with crossing the borders, those babies are being drowned. I'm talking about the children. I'm talking about the adults. I'm speaking about Black and Hispanic people, mainly the Hispanic tribes, have been being killed over there. All right. Their resources, in order for them to live a better life in the earth, live a better life, with humanity, they have to come to America. And I'm speaking about those that's in Venezuela, Cuba, and where else is the other places at? Puerto Rico specifically. In Puerto Rico, they have been, lacking food, lacking resources for homes and things of that sort. They are in poverty in the slums. See what I'm saying? Just like it ain't no different in America, where you got the slums of Minneapolis, St. Paul, you got Detroit, you got Chicago, Philly. See what I'm saying? When you go to Philly, you got trash up to your knees. And that's no exaggeration. You got a lot of abandoned buildings. You got all the Arabs in Detroit, see what I'm saying, benefiting off the city, but not giving none of it back to the Black community. See what I'm saying? It's like a damn ghost town in Detroit, if you ask me. Every house is abandoned. You got maybe one house that's nice, but the rest are not. That's the same way in Philly too. That's how the Black and Hispanic people are living in Detroit. So we're going to talk about the effects of why we are in oppression, why we are in one in need of all things, and how we can fix that in the Black community. You got a lot of Black faces in the world that say that they can help out. They say that they're there for the people. They're fighting for your freedom. They're fighting for you to live a better life. They're fighting for your justice, but then the results say otherwise. Does anybody know how long we have been doing the civil rights movement? I mean, how long has it been since the civil rights movement was going on? How many years? Does anybody know? A time period of years.
In the 60s. So
that's right.
50, almost 60 years.
That is correct. It will be 63 years to be exact. And so can somebody tell me what was going on in that time period of the 60s? What was Black people's lives looking like? What laws was being passed? What were they going through? What were their way of life in the 60s?
As far as like the Jim Crow laws and
there you go. That's one of them. And just their way of their lifestyle.
It seemed like you can look at it from 2 points of view. When they were separated, it seemed like they was doing better than what they was doing, as we was doing right now. But also was going through the hangings and police brutality and all that at the same time too. Mm-hmm. So it's like a which side you want to look from. Like if it was me thinking about it right now, I would just stay separated.
That's right.
At least we would have our own businesses, we would still have our own homes,
right.
We would have our own communities instead of wanting to join hand in hand with them.
That's right.
We could have just built. We should have stayed building our own community. We knew that was the enemy back then.
Right.
But through some person's dream, messed all of that up, and now we don't have anything.
So you said something that stuck out, which was police brutality. We were separated at a time. We had our own community that was really a community that was prospering. Also, something that I did not hear was protesting and rioting. That's the whole point of why I asked the question about the civil rights movement, because the same thing that is going on today is the same thing that was going on 63 years ago. So what does that tell you?
Ain't nothing changed.
Ain't nothing changed. So the whole point of protesting, fighting to vote, fighting for women's rights, fighting to be looked at as a human being, because they say the black man is what, man? 3/4? 3/5. 3/5. I always say 3/4. 3/5 of a man, and I still don't understand what the hell that means till this day. I investigated it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. That's something that's vain, meaning it's nothing. See what I'm saying? There's no type of relevance. There's no sense made out of that. See what I'm saying? It's just something that these white people made up to describe you. Black people are criticized of being ghetto. They are also being criticized as being a people that have no brains, very stupid, ignorant people. And all those characteristics that they use against us, that is white people, in their own words. That is white people. To add on to it, white people are very prideful bastards, very prideful. They feel like they don't do no wrong whatsoever, and they do everything wrong. Everything that they touch, their whole existence says that they should be wiped off the face of the earth. And that's what it should be. So let's go ahead and get Ecclesiastes 4:1 out. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get into the scriptures and elaborate more and speak about, the evil of this Edomite, known as the white man, who Black and Hispanic people do in their ignorance, they do serve him. They just don't know. All that Christianity, if you are a Christian and you are a Muslim, you serve the white man and his culture. Because there is even Christianity culture that the Muslims celebrate too. Like Muslims celebrate Christmas. A lot of people do not know that. Santa Claus, everything, birthdays, everything. The culture is very identical. They're twins. It's the same thing. All religion is the same thing. Religion caused us to be oppressed. Ecclesiastes, Old Testament. All right, you almost there. Yep, keep going. It's going to be right by Isaiah and Jeremiah. That's where it should be close by.
I usually always see it when I do.
Mostly, you can't find it within a couple of seconds. Go to table of contents. All right. So, with that being said, what has to be understood is what is causing us to be oppressed. The first thing that we messed up at was when we decided, as a people, nation of Israel, we decided to not follow what was our culture, which is laws. The Most High never gave us any Christianity. You can't find it in the Bible. People always say that it's in there. Well, everything that you say is not in the Bible. Well, that's you picking and choosing. I don't pick and choose anything. These brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K, we don't pick anything, pick and choose anything. We read the whole Bible for what it is. But your mindset is polluted with Christianity, with religion, with this idea that this God that you serve is a white Jesus. It doesn't make sense to serve a white Jesus or a white God, and then your oppressor is the same too. That's the molestation in your mind. You are being played and deceived every time you believe in some type of religion. Now, Black and Hispanic people were doing better when they kept the laws, statutes, and commandments. All your scholars, all your Christians can tell you the same. Because in order for the Christians or pastors to become, a deacon, a bishop, or a pastor, or a priest, or a preacher, they have to study the history of the Bible. They know that you're not Africans. They know that you are the chosen people of the Most High, of the Lord. They know what you are going through as a people. But they are so rich and greedy for your money that they don't give a damn about you. And that's the problem. That is a great oppressor. That is showing us great injustice. The reason why we are always end up on a t-shirt, the reason why we are always losing in our community is because of preachers, and also because of the white man. The white man is the root of all your pain, all your suffering, all the reason why you can never prosper in your own place. The white man's making top dollars off of you. While you sitting there dancing, now you want to be a sellout as an entertainer. You don't want to help out your people. You say you love your black people, but what you doing for them? It has to be more than just money to support black people. Supporting black people is not giving them money. Supporting black people is giving them your love, your compassion, and your loyalty. The same way you have to give to the Most High. But on the other hand, you are giving that to somebody else, to another people. In the Bible, it says in Baruch 3:4, don't give your honor away to another people, to a stranger. Who are the strangers? Anybody? Who are the strangers? Break that word down for me. Go ahead.
Strangers to anyone not outside of your nation.
That is correct. And what are white people to black people?
That's the enemy.
Besides the enemy or opposition or adversary, what are white people? If they are outside of our nation, what are they?
Heathens.
There you go. That's what it is. These other nations are heathens, meaning a people that are not our people. But we give them all our love. We give them all of our attention. And we give our people nothing. But disappointment, you see what I'm saying? Failure, that's what we give them. We give them death. We don't give them life. In order for black people to rise up against this adversary, this opposition, who is the devil, we have to stick together as a people. But we cannot be Muslims. We cannot be Christians. We can't be Buddhists. We can't be homosexuals and lesbians. We can't be criminals of any sort. We can't be guilty of any crime. We have to come together, and that's under one roof, which is the I.S.U.P.K, which I'm going to get in more into. All right. I'm going to show you today why you should be in the I.S.U.P.K and why it's so important to be at this home, this sanctuary that is a righteous home and place for your protection, for your security. All right. Go ahead and get that out.
That's it.
4:1.
4:1. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 1. So I returned and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun.
Stop right there. This is King Solomon giving you the report, giving you his journey through life as a young king, walking up and down, the place where he lived. So read that one more time. Listen to what the brother said. This is one of the wisest kings. This is King David's son. All right. Amazing son. Go ahead.
So I return and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun.
So he considered all the oppressions that was done under the sun. What is under the sun? Go Most High in Christ. All right. I see somebody paying attention. A Christian probably wouldn't understand what the hell that meant. Read it one more time.
And I return and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun.
And I consider all the oppressions that was done under the sun. Let's see what these oppressions is. Keep going.
And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed. And they had no comforter.
So the oppressions that was done under the earth caused the people to cry, to mourn, to go through a lot of suffering, a lot of agony and pain. And what is happening today? You got kids that's not able to see 21. You got kids that's not able to even see 5. You got mothers and fathers that are being killed by the hands of devils. You got black men that are on child support, paying for child support for a child that is his or is not his, going through hell, can't get a job. See what I'm saying? Can't help and provide for his family. He's not able to watch his little ones grow up because he's in jail for a crime that he should have never been a part of. He is in jail for a crime that he never even did. Everything in this world is set up for Black and Hispanic people to fail. And if you think otherwise, you're a goddamn fool. And you want to know how you a fool? Because the Most High is not with you. So that means that there is an error inside of you. And the error is that the fact that you don't have the laws. You don't have the statutes, the commandments. You don't have the will of serving the Most High, who's the greatest power on this earth.
That's right.
The Most High gives up everything for his children. See what I'm saying? He gives you every goddamn thing that you need to move through this hell called life. And that's hell on earth. See what I'm saying? Hell ain't underneath the earth. It's on earth. It's inside of it. It's on this planet. So read that one more time.
From the top.
From the top. Yep, come.
So I return and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun.
He considered all the oppressions that are done in this underneath the sun. He considered the police brutality. He considered all the whoredom and the homosexuality. He considered all the black men that are just being laid out on the ground dead. He's seeing all the constant, brothers and sisters being terrorized and harassed. All right, keep going.
And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed.
And tears of such that were oppressed. Who are oppressed in the earth today? That's so-called Negroes. That's them wetbacks. That's them spicks that you devils hate so much. Those Negroes are being oppressed. We going through hell. Niggas make the news every goddamn day. And it's nothing good. It's nothing exciting. These devils prey for our demise. And they are the prey. Keep going.
And they had no comforter.
Why don't Black and Hispanic people have no comforter? Can somebody answer that question for me? Go ahead, young brother.
You don't have no leadership. You don't have no one, guiding us in the right direction.
Right.
Who's led in the wrong direction.
That is correct. And who is supposed to lead the nation of Israel?
Supposed to be the so-called church leaders and stuff like that.
Right. And why is that though? Because what is their status? What is pastor's status? What are the entertainers' status?
As far as I suppose
No sweat, take your time.
As far as their status, but the pastors, they supposed to be our leaders, basically. They're supposed to, teach people the right way, the laws, and how to live life. So their status would be what? That's our leaders and supposed to be our shepherds, I guess.
Right. So yeah, you're right. You're right. I just want to add on to that. They are supposed to be our leaders because they have a seat in a position.
Yeah.
They have a seat of power and a seat of resources because they're in the white man's world. Because they're in the white man's world, they have things that they can do to make things happen for the people. But what happens is they refuse to do that. They always rush to Africa to put money there when there's nothing but money over there. They want to talk about Dubai. Dubai is rich as hell. See what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of rape and molestation over there, though, that's for sure. If you check that out online, you know what I mean, do your research. But Dubai is rich. Africa is rich. See what I'm saying? They're filthy rich. Those Africans is walking out of there, coming to America with nothing but money in their pockets. See what I'm saying? You already see the Somalians. You see these Arabs. You see these white people that come from Russia, everywhere. These people are sucking us dry. But it has to take a strong, disciplined man, you know what I mean, to step up and stand in the way of all of that. That's cool. You can be an entertainer, a football player, a basketball player. You could be an actor, an actress. That's cool and fine. That's not a sin. But you don't have to be a sellout to be what you are. You don't. But nobody is looking at Black people as far as what they need in their life. Black people are so brainwashed right now to the point, these entertainers, they are so brainwashed that they talk just like white people. They need a job and an education. They want to have to do better for themselves. We are lost. That's why we are called the lost 12 tribes of Israel. We don't know where we're going. We can't see what's right in front of us. We can't see what's around us. So that's why we need a comforter. Al-Sharpton is not a comforter. That nigga is the boogeyman. He causes nightmares. Jesse Jackson, the same one. I brought out this video a couple of months ago. I brought out this video a couple of months ago about how as soon as these entertainers around the 60s, like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King, start getting money, that's when they start changing their whole views about Black people and helping out the community. I'll give you a great example. Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton used to fight against abortion. They said it was Black genocide and it was racism, right? Then around maybe like 64, maybe 68, Jesse Jackson came back out on the scene and said that, it's the woman's choice, it's her body. She can do whatever she wants. And that's around the time he got that money. Same thing with Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton had a billboard in New York of him speaking about how it's genocide. Now he's all for it. It's a woman's body. She can do whatever she wants, but it's not a woman's body. Her body does not belong to her. It belongs to her man. Even that's in the Bible. Paul specifically said that in 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter. See what I'm saying? That man owns her body, meaning that he makes decisions on what she does. You don't have that abortion. He has that authority to tell her that. She doesn't. See what I'm saying? Make sure you wash your behind. You see what I'm saying? Put them socks, put them shoes on. Don't eat this, don't do that. Like the man has authority, but we don't have the authority in our nation. Now we do. See what I'm saying? Which is Commander GEN.YAHANNA. And thank the Lord for him. But as far as these leaders right now that call themselves leaders, they are false leaders. The leadership is horrible. It is the reason why we are still suffering. Everybody always wonder why Black people go through what they go through. Ask your Christian pastor. See what I'm saying? Ask your drug dealers. Ask all the people that are hurting the nation of Israel. And that's your answer. Everybody want to say, when I say everybody, I'm speaking about ignorant Black people who think they know what the problem is and what the solution should be. See what I'm saying? Which is always wrong. And it is this. They believe that Black people need to have self-responsibility. And I heard this sister say this, man, and it really, really vexed my soul. Because I just said, you sound very stupid. Like you sound very illiterate, like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like something just disconnected in your brain. It's like, you know what I mean? You talking about self-responsibility. And she said that we can't blame nobody for what happened to us or what we are going through today. And I said, really? So I said, what about all the racism? What about all the constant attacks that is happening towards Black people? I said, do you believe that there are things in this world to set up for us to die, to fail, to never get up on our feet? And she said, like what? I said, businesses. I said, you know, it's tougher for us to get a business if we wanted one. They're going to hit you with extra charge fees. They're going to try to make sure that you don't get that loan. See what I'm saying? And this is a real story that came out about how It's a real story that came out about how banks were being sued because they were giving more money towards white people than black people. And that was the racism. And I learned this in school. And it was shocking because I was in the truth still. This is like my senior year, and I'm just confused. I mean, I was confused, but I was shocked a little bit because, you know, teachers really ain't supposed to show shit like that. You know what I mean? But you had this white teacher of mine, this math teacher, that so-called said that she loved black people because she got a black baby daddy and a child. But the thing is, she was using that whole article for math, as far as the numbers, how the numbers wasn't added up. You know what I mean? In a metaphor, you know, sense, in a literal sense as well. The numbers wasn't added up as far as how come this race of people gets more opportunities to get money, but then the other ones don't. There's something going on. It's called racism. Go ahead,
And I also have read some one time when they do get black people a business loan, they charge them 200% interest on it. They make it so hard for them to even pay the loan back. It's like they set you up to fail anyway. It's like a lose-lose situation.
That's what I'm saying.
Before you can give them all to be able to pay off that loan, you still struggling. Because you didn't got interest loan so high on money that they gave you, it ain't gonna work for you trying to get the business loan.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing with slaving for, you know, a $10 hour job or something like that, $9 hour job. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, I believe I told y'all this last week, right? That you have to work in Minnesota. You have to work $18 an hour in order to survive after utilities and bills for a two bedroom apartment. And that's crazy. That's horrible. You see what I'm saying? Other places, you know, it depends on the jobs that are around, things of that sort. All right, so let's get back to that scripture. Read the part where it says they have no comforter out.
Okay. And they had no comforter, and on the side of their oppressors there was power.
On the side of their oppressors there were power. What is that power? That's the same power that John spoke about in the book of Revelations, how the red horse has the power to take all the peace out of the earth. Right now, there's no peace in the earth. You want to know how there's no peace in the earth? Because the white man has the power. And with his power, the people are going to mourn. The people are going to be killed. They are going to be destroyed. That religion is so heavy on people. You think alcoholism is something? You think crack and heroin and weed is something? A religion will get you high as hell. It will get you so high that your ass think you sober and clear. You know God, you know yourself, you know everybody, you know everything about the world, and you just someone with knowledge and wisdom. And they are not. They are just the most, they are babies. Because babies know nothing. They are learning. But they are learning ignorance right now. See what I'm saying? And learning that ignorance is going to cause them to die. It's going to cause them to not be able to handle a situation. See what I'm saying? Like, for example, in the I.S.U.P.K, when things happen to brothers and sisters, no matter what the situation is, we always know what to do. We know how to fix it. These people, these leaders don't know how to fix their problems. Black people do not know how to fix their problems. If somebody try to break into your house, a brother, he lives next door, and he knows what time you're finna leave out the household. See what I'm saying? He goes and busts in, you know, try to get in your house and steal all your TVs, all your, you know, your supplies, whatever case may be. Like they are not supposed to call the police. They are supposed to call us because we can fix it. The white man is just going to look for opportunities to try to kill or arrest anybody. And that's what happened. A brother out of Minnesota got arrested because he called the cops for himself because there was an altercation going on, and he gets arrested. And then 2 cops pin him down in his front yard. You got these white people now. This is a trend. White people is snitching. These white people is snitching hard as hell. They snitching on little girls that do not have a permit for a lemonade stand. They just snitched on somebody. This lady, she wanted her daughter to sit down on the curb outside of their apartment. And the black dude was the only dude outside, and he was sit right there. But there's more space. What is your problem? These people hate us. They find every reason to oppress us, and that's why we need Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
That's right.
And with Commander GEN.YAHANNA, he has soldiers that's going to raise up this nation and help them protect them.
That's
in a world you're not protected. There is nothing that can shield you from that, whatever's going on. But if you're in the I.S.U.P.K, with the I.S.U.P.K, this is what you get. You get your culture back. You get the language. You get who you are as a people. You get rules and guidance and ways and laws, statutes, and commandments that can help fix you and your people. That's what you get. See what I'm saying? Like, minus what everybody else sees, all the vanity. Oh, they look like Power Rangers. They got on headbands. It's probably squeezing their head too tight. I heard it all. You see what I'm saying? They got boobs. They too militant. Can't be too militant. Damn, you want me to be weak and try to raise up a nation?
Right.
Should I be in the corner smoking dope with them too? If I want to be weak, but no. See what I'm saying? I'm the type of brother, I'll smack that shit out your hand. Keep it moving. No, that's death. You trying to die? You want to die? Okay, all right, no sweat. Just let it be known. But if you want to live, then you got to follow me. You got to follow us brothers in this school.
That's right. In
order to survive. And then your oppression will stop. But the hill that we go through will not stop. As a people, even though we are in the I.S.U.P.K, we are still, dealing with this hell being underneath the white man.
Right.
See what I'm saying? The white man is that boss that's always on your ass and always doing something wrong towards you. It's that person who should not be in the seat that he's in. That's him. That's oppression. It's very oppressive that you got to get up every morning to work. You got to do a 9 to 5. That's oppression. And in the Bible, in the book of Deuteronomy, it tells us that this will be our life. Our life will hang in doubt day and night. You looking behind your shoulders for the police when you just leaving out the house. You're walking alone. You're walking in a neighborhood that you do not belong in. See what I'm saying? You're selling drugs. Just looking behind your back. You're looking behind your back because you got enemies. You hurt people out in the world. You harm people. You're just looking back and forth, your word constantly. Your mind is just racing and racing. See what I'm saying? You're in fear of your own life being taken away from you. In I.S.U.P.K, we don't fear life. We don't fear death. We don't fear nothing but the Most High. That's good enough. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. I don't want to have to fear every goddamn thing and be scared all the time. I hear a little tap, I'm like, flinching at everything. That's not how life should be for us. Our life is more than that. It's the laws, statutes, and commandments. So let's get back to the scripture. Keep going. Read the part about unfold your arms. Read the part about just read that part over again, the one that you just read.
And on the side of their oppressors, there was power.
There was what?
Power.
There was power. These devils have the power to do anything to you. You want to know how black people become dead in the streets? And hear me good when I say this. Do you know how black people get locked up? Because they become a target for the white man to attack. And they hit that target every time. The reason why that brother got locked up is because he's selling dope. The reason why that brother got shot dead is because nobody was there to protect that brother. Nobody was there to give him the right guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like when we get killed, when we die, it's the sin that causes us to die. But at the same time, those brothers and sisters are innocent in the sense of they don't have to die like that. And the white man has power and he uses it and he abuses it. So with him abusing it, he is harsh and brutish. He's very brutal to black and Hispanic people. And that's not supposed to be us. You're not supposed to get shot in the head, get shot 20 times because you think my white iPhone is a gun. When in the dark, you can see a white iPhone versus any other color. Everybody should know that. See what I'm saying? That was a excuse. They make every excuse on why they kill you. You know, you got some white people that are very bold. You know, just tell you, I killed him because he's a nigger. You see what I'm saying? That nigger over there, yeah, I killed him because he was a damn nigger. I don't like him or his kind. Go back to Africa, is what they say, which is very ignorant. So you got white ignorant people too. Like they think they're intelligent, but they have taken over. They have rulership over this place, but not for a very long time. Their time is going to be cut short. It's going to be cut in half, because what's about to happen is there's going to be a new rulership. It's going to be new presidents, new governors, new congressmen, new judges in this earth. It's going to be a new face of this earth. Right now, the earth is white. It's very, very white right now. Everything I see is just white. White people, because they own this place. They own everybody. See what I'm saying? But we, on the other hand, it's going to come a point in time where this whole earth is going to be black. It's going to be flooded with niggas. They're going to think it's going to be Chocolate City again because of down south after those marches with Martin Luther King. They called it Chocolate City because of all the black people that was there and just staying there down south. See what I'm saying? This whole earth is going to be Chocolate City. So go ahead and read that one more time out. I'm going to keep going.
But they had no comforter. Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet alive.
Go ahead.
Yea, better is he than both they, which hath not yet been, who hath not seen the evil work that is done under the sun.
King Solomon is blessing those that are dead because of what's going on in the earth. That's why every time a brother or sister gives up the spirit or gives up the ghost, so to speak, we always bless them. And the reason why we bless them is because there's going to be a lot more wicked devices that this devil is going to use against black people. The white man is very creative, but with wickedness. That's the difference. He comes up with things that can really, really do something to somebody. Shooting you is not enough. Shooting you with chemicals is not enough. Having black people get kicked out of the house, the black man being locked up in the jail, is not enough. He wants more. He wants more blood. You see in the Bible, in the Apocrypha, it said that he won't just be satisfied with blood. Like, he wants your soul. This white man wants your soul. That's the whole purpose of that religion.
Right.
He wants you to be under his mind control. He don't want any other influence on you. If you ain't part of this religion, if you ain't serving this country, if you ain't rocking America, if you ain't dealing with the culture, then he is on your heels. He's ready to kill you, harm you, everything. Y'all seen that video where that brother had that Puerto Rican shirt on, representing Puerto Rico. And the white devil, no, I think it was a dude. Was it a dude?
It was a sister.
It was a sister? Okay. I mean, it was a sister that was wearing it. It was a sister that was wearing it, but the devil was a man or a woman?
Man.
It was a man. Oh. Man, that man went off on that sister, said, you supposed to be rocking American flag. You're supposed to be doing this, not supposed to be wearing that. He was telling her, take it off. Take that shirt off and put on something else. And that's horrible. Because when they see that you don't love or support their nation or their people or this place that you are staying in, they get upset. They get mad. After all we've done for you SPICs and you wetbacks and you so-called Negroes, like, they get angry. And what they don't understand is that they don't give a damn. They know what they've done to black people. They know that they're still doing the same thing to black people. And they feel like, you should always obey me. You are my slave. You do what I say. We need a comforter, and that comforter is Commander Gen.YAHANNA. And thank the Most High. Give him a hand. Most High, raised up a great man, which was Commander GEN.YAHANNA, just like he raised up all those prophets in the Bible that are still in these doors, in these walls. See what I'm saying? All the great prophets like Samson, Jacob, Abraham. You got Isaac, you got Moses, you got Aaron. All these brothers that was back in that was in that Bible are still here today. They've always been here. They ain't going nowhere. These prophets are definitely going to continue to do their job, and we are not going to let Satan get in the way or the white man. Damn all of them. You know what I'm saying? Damn every devil. Now I always pray for their demise. You know what I'm saying? Just like we pray in class for them to die and just continue to die and just die some more.
Right.
I pray for cops to continuously commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? I pray for more school shootings because that's something that we need. One less devil to oppress a nigga. That's all I'm saying. See what I'm saying? When a white child dies, it's so amazing. The hurt that white people feel, I just never knows how it feels. I don't feel for white people. See what I'm saying? I don't feel for them. I hate everything about them. I hate their existence. I always pray that something bad happens to their ass because it's of the Most High. It's righteous. See what I'm saying? Keep going. Go ahead,
I said that one day. Everybody was looking at me crazy. I really do rejoice when kids go up and shoot up their school. I rejoice every time.
Yep. And also when they go missing.
Yes.
Them damn Amber Alerts be going off on your phone, like everything stops.
I rejoice.
The whole phone stops.
Every time.
Every time. TV, you interrupted my TV, everything.
Don't mean to get carnal or anything, but that's my birthstone.
You funny.
That's my birthstone, that Amber Stone.
Yeah, that Amber Alert. Yeah.
And I love those Amber Alerts.
Yeah, I be hoping it's always white people. You know what I mean? What's that one famous white boy that went missing at like 10 or 11 years old? His name's Jacob something. And after 11 years, they finally found his body. They thought that possibly he could have still been alive. They found his body, and his body was scattered. I said, damn, who did that? I said, I need to give them a hand. Like, God damn, I said, Most High in Christ. You know what I mean? Like I was at my mom's house and my brother was there. And then I said, Most High? No, I was in her room. I said, Most High in Christ. I said, and she looked at me like, what? And I said, Most High in Christ, that he's dead. I said, that's one less devil to oppress. She like, get out of my room. You know what I mean? I'm just like, come on, man. Like that's justice right there.
They still don't understand.
Nah, every time those Africans get kidnapped, every time they get slaughtered, every time I see the Arabs get their head chopped off, and I just be enjoying it. I'm like, damn, where the popcorn at? You see what I'm saying? Because, at first back then, I was like, ooh, like, dang, that looks harsh. But the love for my people, I want them to die. Whatever is attacking my people, I want that thing to die. That is an animal, that is a damn human being. If they're hurting my people, they deserve to die.
Right.
There has to be some justice. And white people dying is justice. And that's the Most High showing his love for us because he loves his children. Some people might think that the Most High forsaken us because we're going through what we're going through. Do you remember what you did? You sinned against this man. You sinned against the entire nation. Now you ask me why we're going through this? Look at what we're going through and let's fix it. No more rioting, no more protesting, none of that. No, there's no more of any of that. That's not helping us. So once again, to get back to the point, from the 1960s all the way to now, 63 years later, nothing has changed for Black people. And they think that it's making awareness like you're not going to change these white devils' heart. They are going to oppress you more. And these white people love when you protest. They love it. Because it just lets them know like they're not going to change. They're not going to do nothing. They're not about that life. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to do anything. But Black people are waking up pretty fast, I got to say.
Well, it's a lot.
Go ahead.
The crazy thing that I think about is this, right? You got black people talk about hands up, don't shoot, holding hands with white people, and then you look over into Europe and Italy and all of that,
Paris,
and they burning the shit down.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Throwing bricks, flipping cars and shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's just like these people. I mean, our people are just ignorant right now. Yeah. They lack everything. Everything like they are just children, man. They don't know nothing, but they have to learn. They have to be taught again. Go ahead.
They make us look weak. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They make us look so weak. Like,
right.
Marching, what is that going to get you? And it's not. You ain't never had a revolution as far as marching and got any type of changes about that for the better. Like, it makes us look very, very weak. It makes us look like we're not willing to lose our life for what we really feel and that's why they always laugh at us. They never will take us serious.
That's what I'm saying. And then that's the problem. So when black people laugh at us, it's just like you shouldn't be laughing because we out here saving your life.
Right.
But we don't take. Go ahead.
What the white man call it? Give me liberty, give me peace, or
death. Something like that. About Patrick Henry. Give me liberty or give me death.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's willing to die for for your freedom.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. But these people right here, they fighting for all the wrong things. Right. When people protest and riot, as far as our people, they're asking for. I mean, they're begging for justice when they are unjustly people. They're asking for the acceptance of me being black and do not hurt me or my people. But they think it changes something because sometimes it does make white people uncomfortable. That's when the police comes in. But that's not really the case. The case is that they're asking, and no, they're not asking. They're begging for acceptance from these people.
Right.
They're begging. You said bagging? Begging. I said
begging. Might as well get on their knees
right.
And kiss their feet.
That's what I'm saying.
Please.
That's what I'm saying. So go ahead.
They're taking that bag.
Right. So protesting and rioting is just another form of serving the white man being below him and not on top of him in power or in authority. And that's a very good point you made, that it does make us look weak as a nation. You know what I'm saying? Because what's going to happen right after the riots and protests? Another black man, another black woman is going to get shot and killed. Something bad's going to happen. And then there's going to be more and more riots. But people are not consciously seeing that. They're thinking like, oh, we just going to keep fighting harder and harder. And we ain't going nowhere. We just going to keep doing this and doing that. I talk about this all the time. And I specifically speak about this because this has something to do with Philando Castile. The most irritating thing about the whole situation was how black people reacted with the rally. You got this young white boy who got the mic. I don't see no black people with the mic at the front of the governor's mansion. He's running things over there. He's running things on the mic. He's letting people know the cops is on their way. We're not moving. We're going to keep rallying and protesting till the governor comes out of his house, because the governor's house is gated in St. Paul. So, just all the brothers seeing it, Kodash, Yakodash, Kunayala, and me, we had this rally or whatever, finna break camp and stuff like that. But Jesse Jackson ends up coming up on the scene. When he comes onto the scene, what you see is a whole bunch of witchcraft. It's called an enchantment. Enchantment is a spell. See what I'm saying? So when Jesse Jackson came on the scene and he spoke about what happened to Philando Castile for a little bit, and he said, what we have to do is, we got to love and we got to forget about this. And then he said, I want everybody to repeat after me. I talk about this all the time. He said, everybody says, he's like peace. And people's like peace, love, care, hope. And I'm just like, the whole crowd was just mad and upset. They was really finna fight up against these cops that was on their way. You see what I'm saying? They was mad and upset. No music was playing, nothing was going on. They was mad and upset, yelling, screaming with signs and everything like that. As soon as they say that, the whole crowd got calm. And after he got done speaking, everybody starts clapping. And Kodash looked at me like, He said, what the fuck? He said, what? He said, did you see that? Yahudash is like, he's stuck, like, what just happened? I said, that man just put a spell on everybody. This man really just brainwashed everybody's head. And that's our fight to white supremacy. Love, hope, care. That's it. That's going to help us. See what I'm saying? That is a trap. And that's what these black leaders use to get us trapped. Because that's all we know is traps. See what I'm saying? That's all we know is snares. And we are so gullible right now because we are vulnerable as a people. We believe everything and take it and run with it. Don't ask any questions. We don't investigate these men's fruit. We don't look at their works. We see that they, in good, they're powerful people. They have, a lot of popularity or famous. So, I respect this man. I honor what you're doing, the movement. What movement are you talking about? This man is killing you behind your back. You don't know it. And you're going to be the next one to die if you do not come into the I.S.U.P.K. Is that it on that up?
Come.
Go ahead and get Deuteronomy 26:7. Like, this is how you fight up against the white man's white supremacy. And I'll break it down smooth for you. First you have to have a power. That power has to be the Most High, whose name is Yahweh in the Hebrew. Christianity, you won't be able to fight against the white supremacy because religion is part of white supremacy. So you have to deal with culture. You have to deal with laws because that's what the Most High gave the nation of Israel, its laws. Doesn't the Bible tell us that? That's Psalms 147:19-20. He gave a specific people his laws, statutes, and judgments. And what is that? That is this Bible. That is the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding of the Most High. He gave us the Holy Spirit. And that Holy Spirit is a separate spirit. And with that separate spirit, you have to be separated, removed from, cut off, severed, however you want to say, from this people, from their culture. Like, I always ask people, everything, the way you live your life, is that in the Bible? Well, yeah, where? I'm ready. I know scripture's telling me. Where's Christianity? Well, it's right there. Well, they said that they was Christians. That's out of context. It was godlike. That's out of context. Where is birthdays in the Bible? Well, that's the day you was born. So do you serve it because you want to serve it or because God told you to serve it? Because if you are up under a God, you have to follow their rules. And what's so funny, when I show people this, in Christianity, they do not have set rules. They say the 10 Commandments is all the fucking laws, Salaki. It's all 600 and more of them. It's not the damn 10 Commandments. It's the Bible, which has all the laws, which has the histories, the standards, the way that you have to move in life. Because the Bible is really a survival kit for us, for our learning, until Christ gets here. That's what the Bible does for us. It is the guide for us to live this life until Christ comes. So Christianity does not provide that. Islam does not provide that. It's not solid. It's shaky. See what I'm saying? Even if they so-called do got rules, it's in wickedness always. If it's not of the Most High, it is of Satan himself. That's how it is. And it's not a coincidence that the white man takes orders from Satan directly. Actual Satan himself. So it's like you learning all this from this oppressor when he's oppressing you, but you still love him. That's white supremacy at its greatest. Every Black and Hispanic person is what you call mind fucked in the mind. Their mind is not theirs. They are robots, puppets for this devil. And that has to change. If you want Black people to stop dying in the street, if you want black people to, see what I'm saying, be more successful as a people come together, you have to separate, and that's how you do it. You don't move to Africa because that's not where you live. That's not your home, and it never will be your home. Israel's your home, but don't move there because there's heathens that invaded that land. It's spoiled already. It's not a land anymore.
Right, Salaki.
Go ahead.
Gay pride is over there too.
Gay pride is everywhere. Damn right. Gay pride is definitely everywhere. You're right. Yeah. Homosexuality is everywhere. There was a point in time where in the islands you could not be a homosexual. If you was caught being a homosexual, you would get killed in a very horrible way. And that's also in the Bible with the Haitians from the islands. If you was a homosexual, you get killed. But then it came a point in time where it grew and grew. And people just started accepting it. People just start changing their ways about how they feel. You see what I'm saying? You know, they what did Paul say? I believe it's Romans, the 1st chapter, 26 and 27, when he said the Most High gave them up to vile affections. I want to say vile, but it was something else. Y'all know what the word vile means, right? Nasty, disgusting. You see what I'm saying? Vile things. See what I'm saying? Like they was consumed and they lust.
So
go ahead.
It's pretty much like saying abomination.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah? Abomination. You're right. You know, homosexuality is definitely abomination. If you're gonna sleep with the same sex, it's your life. It's your blood on your hands. It's the blood that's gonna be upon you, whether that's HIV or actual blood. I mean, you are gonna be cut in the sense of your head gonna get chopped off, and that's what happened to the Haitians. Us being homosexuals is not gonna have the Most High look down and be like, all right, Christ, you know, go to work. You know what I mean? Go save them. Go deliver them out of this white man's hand. Homosexuality is not gonna do it. Christ ain't gonna be like, oh, what's up, man? You know what I mean? And this whole dude's a faggot and stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, Christ. You know what I mean? Like gay as hell. Then the sisters and shit, she walking up, got a whole tank top on with some sweatpants and some dreads. See what I'm saying? With a strap on, talking about, hey, what's up, Christ? Like that's not how it's gonna go. You know what I mean? That's not life. That's not reality. But reality is going to be where these devils that have hurt the nation of Israel is going to be punished. Like, I mean, black people think of justice as them going to jail. You see what I'm saying? Them being behind bars for 25 years in life. There's going to be a justice that black people will never understand until later. And what they're going to see is these devils die and lose a position in the seat of power. And that's the justice that they should hope for, that they should pray for.
Right.
And if anybody says that you are wicked for thinking like that, tell them that the Most High is not with you. And if you do not repent, you are going to be just like everybody else. You are going to be on a t-shirt. You are going to be harassed and not know what the hell to do about it. Someone's going to break in your house and try to kill you. Someone's going to try to grab your daughter, your son. Someone's going to try to harm you. This white man's going to make sure that you fail. And if you don't fight up against that, you will never fight. You will never fight all the other problems that come with life, the attacks, the constant trials and tribulations that there is. If you do not fight what is fighting you, you will become weak and weaker. And that's the nation of Israel if we do not fight against this white man oppression. But we have proper tools how to do that. And it starts with the Bible. And we can go on from there. You have to serve the Most High. And how you serve him, it's not with your mouth, but with your actions. These laws need to be done, taken care of. You have a to-do list. And that to-do list is follow these laws. That's it. Serve your nation. Help them. Show them the way that they have to go. That's it. You got that scripture?
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 7. And when we cried unto the Lord, God of our fathers, the Lord heard our voice and looked on our affliction.
One more time.
And when we cried unto the Lord, God,
I want you to be a little louder,
of our fathers, the Lord heard our voice and looked on our affliction.
The Most High heard our cries and looked at our affliction. He's seen all the poverty. He's seen all the constant battles that we fight as a people. And he looked at us. And what happened? Keep going.
And looked on our affliction and our labor and our oppression. And the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt.
That's what the Most High did for us at one point in time. The Most High can look at your pain, your suffering, all the sorrow, all the desperate need of help. He can see that again. And he can deliver you out of that pain, out of that horror, out of that complete nightmare. See what I'm saying? He can deliver you, and only he can do that. And how does he do it? He gives you prophets and priests. And when we tell you the right way to go, you best to listen. You have to listen. Because if you disregard the information that's being spoken unto you, you open up that door, brother, and just let them in. If you do not do so, you will continue to be in the same spot and place, which is in hell in this world. Shalom, Lord Christ. Shalom, Lord Christ. Says.
Shalom, Lord Christ.
All right. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going to happen. You want to make sure, sit over there. Yep. All right. You could actually sit right here if you want to. That's not a problem. Those braids are fresh too, by the way. It's a lot good. Read that one more time.
Don't come. I feel like I got distracted. Hold up.
Don't sweat. 26 and 6 or 7. It's a lot. 7.
And the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand and with an outstretched arm and with great terribleness, and with signs and with wonders. And he had brought us out, Salaki, and he had brought us unto this place and have given us this land.
Stop right there. So the Most High can deliver you out of this hell. If you want to stop paying child support, if you want to stop dying, if you want to stop seeing your people die, the I.S.U.P.K is the way. If you don't want nothing to happen to your family, get harmed in any type of way, come into the I.S.U.P.K. If you want to make a difference in your own community, you have to start somewhere. Christianity is the word. It's not a good start, honestly. I'm gonna let you know. That's not where the race begins at. You see what I'm saying? It is in these walls, man, in this school. For 49 years, we've been putting in work in the earth. And all the brothers and sisters that have walked in these doors, their whole life changed. Right. They're still alive. They're not being harassed. They're not going through the hell that the brothers and sisters is in the world. You see what I'm saying? They are being protected. They are given orders and rules how to conduct their life, how to govern their own lives and other people's lives as well. Like, brothers in the I.S.U.P.K are superheroes. They say we Power Rangers. No sweat. At least I'm saving lives. But what you doing? You hurting lives. You're right. I am a Power Ranger, but you a goddamn villain. That's what you is. You are the enemy. So get the hell out of my way so I can help my people. That's what I'm gonna do. See what I'm saying? While you wasting time smoking up all the goddamn weed, all your cigarettes, committing nothing but whoredom. You gay with so many demons on you. You're flaming homosexual. You're queer, all right? You see what I'm saying? Man, you coon always kissing up on the white man's behind. Filthy and filthy. Disgusting. You know what I mean? So go ahead and get Job 35 and 9 out. You got any questions, Al?
Don't lie.
Don't sweat. Don't sweat. Sounds good. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get Job 30, 35, and 9. You already signed in? Warrior, you already signed in? No sweat. All right.
That's 31.
35 and 9. There's going to be a lot more terrorism that's going to happen to Black people very soon. There's going to be a lot more bodies, a lot of bloodshed that's going to happen before Christ comes back. And if anybody out there is serious about this work of the Lord, this is where you start. Because if you leave these walls, if you are outside of these walls, you are in great danger. Your life is in jeopardy. Your kids' life is in jeopardy. Your aunties, your uncles, life is in jeopardy. I'll sum it up for you. Your entire nation lives are in jeopardy. And if that doesn't spark anything in your mind, then you are selfish. You are selfish. You don't have no love. You don't have a heart for your people. All right, go ahead and get that up.
Job chapter 35, verse 9. By reason of the multitude of oppressions, they make the oppressed to cry.
By the reasons of what? By the multitude of what?
By the reason of the multitude of oppressions.
By the reasons of the multitude of the oppressions, meaning the tools, the things that white people use to oppress you, to make it a burden on you, to make it hard and tough for you. Keep going.
They make the oppressed to cry.
They make the oppressed to cry. Ain't somebody's mama always crying on TV? Why is somebody's mama crying on TV all the time? Why is that a trending topic? Anybody know what they hand raised? Why is there always someone's mom crying? Want to ask the question? You go ahead.
Maybe because they don't really know that, like, they really think they hurted someone really bad and they feel ashamed for it.
That's right. Give her a hand. Okay. That's smart. That's right. And I just want to add on to what the sister said. You know what I mean? They're crying because maybe somebody's hurting them, and somebody is, and that's Esau,
right?
Who is the white man. And, you know, their babies are being killed out there. These parents is losing their boys out here. I remember the worst story I've ever covered, and that was when this mother, she was at the store, and I believe she works at the store, something like that, or like a shop or something. And in Chicago, 2 of her sons got killed in front of her. Imagine that. Oh my goodness, like a parent can't fathom seeing their child dead. See what I'm saying? Especially a father would go above and beyond to find out who killed their son, who killed their daughter, who did anything to their daughter or son. Like, you know, the love that a parent has for their children is something great. And, you know what I mean? Imagine, I mean, no one knows what that woman felt when she lost her 2 boys in front of her, her 2 oldest. See what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that was the only son, but man, imagine that. See what I'm saying? That is the hell that we go through. And just like we have the love for our parents, I mean, not parents, though the parents have such a great love for their children, that's what the Most High has for us. So that should tell us something, that we should love each other, and how we show that is by helping each other out. And that's the brotherhood and sisterhood in the I.S.U.P.K. And I'll give the Most High hand for that. That's why in the I.S.U.P.K. we are not selfish with this truth. We don't hide it. We don't try to not go to work with no fringes on. We don't try to hide our notes and Bibles and apocryphas. We don't try to hide our headbands, our braids. See what I'm saying? We don't shave off our face. We ain't trying to hide anything. We letting it be seen. We letting our light shine so that our people can see what we are about. Because what that brother don't know, what that sister don't know, is that they are a blessing of this earth. They are the greatest thing that can ever lay foot on this ground. And that is a child of the Most High, the chosen people. Out of all people, the Most High chose us. I mean, I can never lead the truth and be like, yeah, I'm going back into the world, man. Hearing all that, man, it makes me fight even more. I'm just like, this is beautiful, man. Like the Most High has a lot of things great set up for us, but He's teaching us a lesson. We are on a timeout. We are on punishment. We are getting punished at the same time. We are getting that belt to our behind because we didn't listen. It's called being disciplined. But if you do not want to be disciplined, you better listen.
Right.
You don't want that tough love, you better listen up. See what I'm saying? And the greatest thing about reincarnation, the Most High gives us more chances. And that's the mercy. That's the long suffering. That's the love that He has for us. He wants us to just get it right. Get it right next time. I mean, who knows? Probably been reincarnated 10 times, and maybe the 7th time you got it right. For once, you got it right. Like that, the 7th time you didn't go smoke. You didn't go kill nobody. You didn't lie all the time. You didn't go trick off whores or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't doing reckless things. You wasn't out there, eating pork with pride and comfort. Sitting at the TV watching pork. Eating pork. You see what I'm saying? Watching Power eating pork. How about that? You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But a pig gonna go over there and eat you. Because a pig will eat a dead body, a carcass. Even more unclean. Yuck. You see what I'm saying? I can never eat another human being. I just can't do it. I'd rather die. Yes. Go ahead.
It's lucky, so the people who is eating pork, they could possibly consume another person too.
Yeah. They're consuming a lot of stuff. Even what do they call it? Feces. Mm-hmm. They even so much stuff in the pig. They just eat whatever. Pigs can eat cans.
Yeah. Man, it's lucky.
Go ahead.
That's why you gotta clean them chitlins.
That's what I'm saying.
I call them shitlins.
Right, shitlins, right. Shits, right. That's what I'm saying. And the thing is about chitlin, no matter how much you clean the damn animal, it's still unclean. Try telling your family that. Well, this is a bottom feeder, that's a bottom feeder. You know what I mean? Well, they eat this, they eat that. It's not about what they're eating. It's about, is it unlawful? See, unclean, unlawful. Clean, lawful. How do you miss that? But they think, well, yeah, you got to wash it. You got to scrub the soap on there. No, I'm joking. You know what I mean? I know some people that wash their chicken with soap. Disgusting. Yeah, family members. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, that's so nasty. It's like actual soap. Nigga, all you need is water. You know what I mean? And there's other ways to clean a chicken. You got the salt and vinegar or something like that. You got all types of stuff you can clean your chicken. Different ways. But soap, you use soap? I bet you got the whole towel on there. Yeah, go ahead.
Do they use the Dawn soap?
Dawn soap. Dawn soap.
Dawn soap.
I've seen somebody use Dawn soap, and I'm just like, what is wrong with y'all, man? What is going on? So yeah. Anyway, back on topic though. Of what I was saying, as far as this topic, I just want you to read that one more time.
Okay. Job chapter 35, verse 9. Mm-hmm. By reason of the multitude of oppressions, they make the oppressed to cry.
That's right.
They cry out by reason of the arm of the mighty. But none say it, where is God, my maker?
There we go. That's the whole point. Nobody ever thinks about the Most High. Their faith is a white Jesus. White Jesus can't help you. White Jesus is dead. Go ahead.
Jesus can help you if you ask him a question, and he'll definitely answer it.
That's right.
When you go to sleep, or he'll answer it in your mind.
That's right, and that's a black Jesus. Give her a hand. That's right. It's funny. It's funny she said that because she's talking about 2 scriptures. Go ahead.
It's Yahushai.
Yahushai. That's right. No sweat. Yahushai for sure.
She got more sense than a lot of these Christians out here, man.
That's what I'm saying. Give her another hand. That's right. That's right. I mean, how old are you, little sis? 9, and she got more sense than an average 9-year-old.
Yeah.
That's out there just watching dance videos.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Dancing around everywhere, half homosexual. See what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. She got a lot of sense, and that's because of her father. Give him a hand. That's right. That's right. She knows what she's talking about, and the Most High is with her. You better believe that. I've heard many things about her. She knows what she's talking about. Make sure you keep following your father. Once you do, and as you get older, you're gonna thank him later.
Yeah, okay.
You're gonna definitely thank him later. See what I'm saying? Read that one more time about the God part. When it talks about the Most High.
But none saith, where is my maker?
Where is my maker? Nobody considers the Most High in their problems or situations. But if they do, they call on somebody else. That's not their God. They call on Allah, that rock. See what I'm saying? You call on Dwayne Johnson or the Rock? Which one? See what I'm saying? They call on that crack rock. That moon rock is even funnier too. Every time Panayala speaks about that, it cracks me up because he's like, black people should not mess with or associate with rocks at all. You see what I'm saying? The closest is when you call your husband or your wife my rock or something like that.
But it's a lot.
Goddamn, go ahead.
They got that rock, but do they roll though?
Nah, not at all. You see, well, yeah, they rolling with those rocks for sure. You see what I'm saying? You know, especially when I say rocks, I'm talking about what's it called, chakras. They got certain moons, what do they call it, moonstones and all that other stuff, energy and balance and yoga, meditation, out-of-body experience, pineal gland, third eye, and all-seeing eye, Illuminati. I could go on forever. A bunch of vanity and bullshit. All right, you want to say something?
No, it's like when you talk about the rocks, I've seen people with like them crystals and stuff.
Crystals and stuff. Yeah, this one helps with my anxiety. Yeah, you know, I suffer from depression, so I've been feeling better lately because I got this on. I'm not trying to hear that, man. You just trying to put all your time and faith into something that doesn't make sense. That's the brainwash that black people go through. And you know, that comes from East Indians. Those chakras, it comes from East Indians. And they first got white people on it. White people love those chakra stuff. That's where it comes from. East Indians, and they just start, what did they say doing? They start getting rich off of white people, hippies, to be exact. If you pay attention to those hippies, they're always high, talking about they had an out-of-body experience and you got to open up your third eye, man. And come on, like they high. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could read a couple of Bible verses from this little piece of paper.
Okay, go ahead.
Monday. This is for Monday.
Okay.
The word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 109, I think.
You said it right.
And 105. This is from Tuesday. If we say we have fellowship with him while we walk in darkness, we lie and do not practice the truth. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus, his son, cleanses us from all sin. 1 John 1:6-7.
Okay.
I'm going to be done for now.
Okay, you can definitely read the rest after class, okay?
Okay.
That's good. Give her a hand again. You need more kids. We need more little sisters like her. We need more little sisters like her. Yeah, Most High in Christ. That's what's up, man. Go ahead and get Job 36 and 15. And then I'm going to have to skip through some of the scriptures because of the time, maybe. We'll see. Go ahead.
Job chapter 36, verse 15. He delivered the poor in his affliction.
The Most High can deliver us out of this oppression. What's the proof? It's very simple. What's the proof that the Most High can deliver anybody out of the oppression? It's right in front of you. Go ahead, out.
The I.S.U.P.K.
There you go. Give him a hand. There you go. That's what I want to hear.
Good job, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. Because the I.S.U.P.K can, you being in this school, the Most High showed mercy on you to get you out of that place and put you in another place that's more healthier for you. That's a greater lifestyle than what you lived in the world. Everybody that comes into the school, we always say, man, like that life I used to live back then, that was nothing. He said, right now I'm living life. And some brothers even get frustrated, like, man, I wasted so many years. I'm 40 now, I'm 30 now. See what I'm saying? You know, and that's why it's such a blessing. No matter how old you is, you come in whenever. And watch how the Most High works through you. The Spirit of the Most High is in all these brothers in this school. And the Most High knows what he's doing. He's doing something great for you. As soon as you walk into these doors, you hit that troopership, you hit that officership, you know what I mean? You are on your way to a great path of righteousness. And it's such a great job. It's an honor to be here. And y'all should feel the same way. And y'all should show that. Glorify the Most High every time you talk to him. Every time you send prayers up to him. He's going to continue to bless you and bless you and bless you. But watch out for the temptations. Watch out for the tests, because they're going to come. But the Most High is always going to be there to fight with you. That's where you have to always remember your training, how to fight your battles, and how to help these brothers and sisters fight their battles. Because these brothers and sisters in the world are going through a whole lot of demons. I'm going to say legions of demons. Legions meaning many. See what I'm saying? Many demons. And we got to be there to be the protector. We got to be there to guide them in the right way. We can't abuse our power and do what the Christians are doing, which is abusing their powers, taking advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? What you could take advantage is of giving them the opportunity of a better life. You go off a conversation. You go off of, you seeing something. You just making a comment about something. Take advantage of the conversation. See where it leads you. See where it leads them. If they deny you 2 times, you just walk away. Because if you keep talking and talking and talking, you're wasting your time and you're casting your pearls amongst the swine. So if they deny you 2 times, you just move around. If they ask you questions, you answer, and you just answer it. It's always going to be a demon on somebody that's going to be like, so how come you don't eat pork? I mean, y'all wasn't even talking about that. Y'all was talking about video games or something. Y'all was talking about, a new phone that just came out. How come you don't celebrate your birthday? How come you don't do holidays? How come this? How come that? It's always going to be a demon on them that's going to try to, start up that conversation, because they want to prove you wrong. They want this lifestyle that they live in to be right. They don't want to be wrong. They just want to be comfortable. They don't want to be uncomfortable, and that's what the truth does. The truth is that itch that you cannot, scratch. It's that thing that people do not like. It's something that bothers them. See what I'm saying? But Paul said, "Am I your enemy because I tell you the truth?" We are not the enemies. But what you are doing, you are becoming the enemy, because you are not serving the Most High, which means you are not helping out the nation. You are adding to the problem and not adding to the solution. The resolution is the laws, man, and separation. That's why we say those powerful words and statements. While everybody is still holding hands with the white man protesting, man, we are doing something great. We are raising up powerful brothers and sisters that one day will reign over this earth with Christ. Will be side by side with this man that died for us. Christ didn't die for us to be a Christian. He didn't die for us to hold hands with white people. What type of God, not God, but what type of man do you think Christ is? It says the Lord is a man of war, not a man of weakness. Messing with white people is weakness. Messing with these other nations is causing you to be weak. Interracial marriage. What else am I missing? Wicked business with these devils. You know what I'm saying? Letting them join into your community. Letting them in your home, goddammit, everything. Everything that involves you giving them your love and your respect and your loyalty, that's what's hurting you in the nation. And that's what has to stop. That's what the I.S.U.P.K is doing. We are putting that at an end. And the Most High is using us to deliver the poor. That's why this job has to be always priority and serious. That's what this job is. Read that one more time, because we got to hurry up the time.
Job chapter 36, verse 15. He delivered the poor in his affliction, and opened his ears in oppression.
And opening his ears in oppression. All of us was in oppression. But the Most High, one day, he opened up our ears. He got all the earwax out. He got all the thoughts of, the way I'm living my life, that's not right. And he finally opened up your ears, and you was able to hear the spirit of the Most High on these men. Hear the laws, statutes, and commandments. Seeing the great examples in the Bible. I'm talking about the prophets, of course. Seeing how these men are just on the street corners, just very humble, very fearless, and just very filled with courage and bravery to go out and teach these people under any circumstance. That's us, man. The Most High is using us. That's why we are tools for the Most High. We are vessels as well. Is that more on that? No sweat. Get Psalms 12 and 5. Favorite scripture right here. Psalms 12 and 5 is everything that I've been talking about throughout the whole topic. Okay? Oppression was stopped when we start thinking about black supremacy. Black supremacy is the love for your people to be better and on top. That's what we all fight for. That's the movement, black supremacy, brotherhood, sisterhood, following laws that belongs to a people that is chosen by the Most High, and that is you, black man. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 12, verse 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sign of the needy.
For the oppression of the poor and the sign of the needy. We are the poor. Are we poor in money? No, we are poor in spirit. We out here suffering, man. We out here lacking everything. See what I'm saying? Like, the word resource ain't in our vocabulary. God damn it. Go ahead.
Now will I rise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him.
So the Most High gave us in 1969 a sanctuary, and that is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That's when it was born. The truth came back into the earth when it was taken out for a time, and the Most High brought it back into the earth, and that was in 1969. See what I'm saying? 49 years ago. And the Most High gave that to us so we could get away from this devil that puffeth at us. What does that mean when a white man puffs at you? Go ahead.
He wants to try to do something bad to you.
That's right. Can you give me an example?
So, like, if he wants you to, like, go in jail for no reason, and you, like, he did do nothing and cheated, it's like he just wants you to get in trouble instead of him.
That's right. Give her a hand. There you go.
Who is the right here?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. That's exactly what that means. The white man kills you in the street, and then he expects you to, by Monday, he expects you to go serve the 4th of July. That's how the white man puffs at you. He kills the Native American Indians and then makes a whole holiday based on their demise. And that's how the white man puffs at you. So that's a great example, sis. One more time, just one more time. That is beautiful. All right. Is there more on that? Keep going.
The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Thus saith Salakia, thus shalt keep them, O Lord, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever.
And that is very deep. And that's what's about to happen in this generation, which is going to be the last generation soon, because we are in the last days. In this last days and times, we are going to be the ones that is going to help deliver our people out of this hell. So once again, when you are outside, be wise in what you are doing and how you do it. Be wise in how you're having the conversations with the people that you are having. You want to find creative ways to get people's minds stuck on everything you just said, because you're speaking about God. You're speaking about a real living God, not no Amun Ra, not no Allah, not Caesar Borgia, none of them. But you're speaking about a God that is living, that is real, that is the creator of all things in this earth. He's the reason why you are breathing right now. Just like this, he can take the breath out of your body, and you'll be dead. It can happen. It doesn't take time at all. It doesn't even take a second. See what I'm saying? Let everybody believe everything that you are saying, but some will be ignorant. Don't sweat that. But be wise, continue to study, continue to sharpen yourself up, so that way you are able to offer these brothers and sisters a new life. And that life is a new lifestyle, which is going back to the law, statutes, and commandments, because that was our lifestyle. That's all we done as a people. And we rocked that with the shield, you know what I'm saying, with the braids, with the boots, with the fringes. We always rocked our culture, and that's what we got to do. That has to be back in style. These skinny jeans and strap-ons and all that, I don't know what that is. That's not in the Bible for us to be rocking. You see what I'm saying? Men wearing crop tops, that's not in the Bible for us. Man cross-dressing, that's not in the Bible for us to do. But it is in the Bible that says that it is a sin. So let's promote life. Talking to these brothers and sisters, doing your job, teaching, see what I'm saying? That's going to promote life for our nation. And don't leave that. Let that Spirit of the Lord continue to be on you. And that's what you do. That's the best thing you can do for your nation. And be patient with Israel, because they are what people? Go ahead.
God's people.
Yes, that's true. But what type of people are we right now in the world?
Some people are bad, some people are good. And mostly D's are the good ones right in this room.
Most times, because I'll give you an answer for that. I'm just adding on to what you were saying. Our people are a stiff-necked people. We are lost people that have no conscience of what's right or wrong, morals. See what I'm saying? What is the right thing to do? Who should we serve? Who should we not serve? That's who we are. We are lost and confused. You know how you wake up and you rub your eyes, you're trying to see, they can't see. See what I'm saying? They can't see a goddamn thing. And that's sad. That's wrong. Like, we got to change that. See what I'm saying? So I'm going to end the class right here for the time's sake of the prayers. All right? We're going to go ahead and say the prayers. And make sure that you catch us next week. Classes are Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and Saturday is Sabbath service, and also camp. I'm going to post those dates on the social media. Make sure that you are on I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis Facebook. Also I.S.U.P.K. Instagram, Twitter. See what I'm saying? What else am I missing? Google Plus. Am I missing anything?
Google Plus, Facebook.
YouTube. Like it's right in my face. YouTube. All right. Make sure that you check out I.S.U.P.K. everything. Right. And come out to the Black Expo if you are in Indiana. Contact Captain Kapash. The Black Expo is July 19th through the 22nd. We are going on the road tomorrow morning to go support and help Black people.
Right.
All right. And all the generals will be there, Lord willing, especially Commander Gen.YAHANNA, the leader of the school. And he is going to cut up some Christians at the round table. And give him a hand. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. All right. So with that being said, Israel, shalom.